Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something simple, yet powerful: gratitude. The way we start our mornings shapes our whole day. If we begin with a mind full of thankfulness, we can face life with calm, clarity, and strength. Here are 8 practices to help you do just that. When you wake up each morning, the first thing you do is often automatic. You open your eyes, stretch, maybe check your phone, and go through the motions. But what if, instead, you chose to begin your day with full awareness? To wake up not just physically, but mentally and spiritually present? This small shift can change the tone of your entire day. Waking up with awareness is not about doing anything complicated. It is simply about noticing, appreciating, and grounding yourself in the fact that you are alive, that you have been given another day. When you become aware in the first moments of waking, you stop letting life sweep you along. You start life actively, not passively. Take a slow breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Feel your body resting on the bed. The weight of it, the warmth of it. Notice the sounds around you, however faint: the hum of a distant car, the quiet of a room, the soft rhythm of your own heartbeat. These small details are proof of existence, proof that you are here and capable of engaging with the day. When you focus on these small truths, you are practicing the simplest form of gratitude. You are recognizing that life itself, in its most basic form, is a gift. Waking up with awareness also means acknowledging that your mind will naturally drift toward worry, desire, and distraction. That is normal. The key is not to fight it aggressively, but to gently guide your attention back to the present moment. Before reaching for your phone, before plunging into schedules, tasks, and responsibilities, pause. Take a moment to observe your own thoughts. What do you notice first? Are you thinking about yesterday, planning for tomorrow, or already listing what you need to do? Recognize these thoughts without judgment. Just noticing them is enough to create distance between you and the chaos that often dominates the day. You are training your mind to start from clarity rather than confusion. Another aspect of waking up with awareness is connecting with your body. Often, people rush through the morning without listening to the physical sensations that signal health, energy, or fatigue. Pay attention to the way your body feels. Are your muscles tense or relaxed? Is your mind calm or restless? By simply noticing, you are already practicing self-care and mindfulness. You are setting the foundation for a day where decisions are made consciously rather than impulsively. When you connect with your body in the morning, you remind yourself that you are embodied, that you are capable of movement, action, and thought. This connection anchors you and helps prevent the day from slipping by unnoticed. Waking up with awareness is also an invitation to reflect on the impermanence of life. Each morning is a small reminder that time passes, that each day is limited, and that the moments you have are precious. By recognizing the fragility of life, even briefly, you cultivate a sense of urgency and appreciation. This does not mean living in fear, it means living consciously. When you see the day as a gift, you are more likely to treat it with care. This awareness encourages intentional action. You begin the day understanding that your time, attention, and energy are valuable. You are less likely to squander them on trivial concerns and more likely to focus on what truly matters. This practice can also influence your mindset throughout the day. A morning begun with awareness creates a ripple effect. You carry calmness, clarity, and focus into each task. You respond to challenges with steadiness rather than reactivity. You engage with people fully rather than superficially. By simply dedicating a few minutes to wake up consciously, you are laying the groundwork for a life lived intentionally. When you begin each morning, it is easy to focus on what is missing, what you want, or what you wish had gone differently yesterday. The mind often drifts toward scarcity, toward dissatisfaction, and toward endless desire for more. But a simple shift in perspective can transform your entire experience of life. Take a moment to remember what you already have. This practice is not about exaggerating gratitude or forcing happiness. It is about seeing clearly the gifts that exist in your life at this very moment. Your home, your health, your loved ones, your ability to think, breathe, and move. These are not guaranteed, yet they are here already. By taking a moment each morning to acknowledge them, you root yourself in reality rather than in illusion or longing. You begin to live in the present rather than constantly chasing the future. Remembering what you already have starts with the simplest things. The bed you slept in, the roof over your head, the clean water you drink, the air you breathe. These are all extraordinary when considered carefully. They are often overlooked because they are constant and familiar. Yet their presence makes every other possibility in life accessible. You do not need to wait for a promotion, a new relationship, or a distant dream to find a reason to be grateful. Gratitude for the ordinary is the foundation for a calm and resilient mind. It prevents your attention from wandering endlessly toward what is lacking and trains your awareness to see abundance in what already exists. This practice also extends to the relationships in your life. Think about the people who support you, who share life with you, or who have shown you kindness. Family, friends, colleagues, neighbors, each interaction, no matter how small, contributes to your life in meaningful ways. Remembering them in the morning, even silently, is a way of honoring the network of care and connection that surrounds you. It reminds you that you are not alone in this world. By recognizing these connections, you develop humility and appreciation, qualities that allow you to respond to others with patience and generosity, rather than entitlement or irritation. Another aspect of remembering what you already have is acknowledging your own capacities and strengths. Your mind, your skills, your experiences, and your character are all resources you possess. Often, people overlook their own abilities, focusing instead on their weaknesses or limitations. But each morning is an opportunity to recognize that you already have what is necessary to face the day. By seeing your own potential clearly, you cultivate confidence that is grounded, not arrogant. This awareness encourages you to act intentionally, to use what you have rather than wishing for what you lack. This practice also brings a subtle yet profound shift in attitude toward life's challenges. When you remember what you already have, difficulties do not feel as overwhelming. You realize that even in hardship, you possess resources, physical, mental, emotional, that can help you navigate any situation. Gratitude for existing blessings does not erase problems, but it places them in perspective. You no longer approach the day from a place of fear or scarcity. You act from a place of sufficiency and capability. Finally, remembering what you already have fosters a sense of contentment and peace. The mind, when trained to see abundance rather than lack, finds calmness naturally. You no longer chase endlessly, trying to fill a void with external things. You begin to recognize that life, even in its simplest form, is rich. Each morning becomes an opportunity to dwell on the value of the present moment, on the blessings that are not promised but are already given. Challenges are a natural part of life. They come in many forms: unexpected setbacks, difficult people, physical strain, emotional pain, or circumstances beyond your control. Most people instinctively resist them, wishing life were easier or more predictable. But there is a different way to see challenges, one that transforms struggle into strength. Instead of avoiding or resenting difficulties, you can view them as gifts. Every obstacle offers an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. This perspective does not mean seeking out pain or hardship, but it does mean recognizing that what appears difficult is also a teacher. When you face challenges in this way, the very struggles that seem heavy at first can become a source of power and understanding. Each morning, you can begin by reflecting on the idea that challenges are not enemies, but natural aspects of life that shape your character. The mind often imagines that life should be smooth, and when it is not, frustration, fear, or anger arises. This reaction is natural, but it is also a choice. By acknowledging that difficulties are part of the human experience, you start to respond with calmness rather than resistance. You remind yourself that no situation, no matter how challenging, is wasted if you use it to strengthen your judgment, patience, and endurance. Challenges also reveal what is within you. When you are faced with difficulties, your reactions show your values, your strengths, and your weaknesses. By observing your responses, you gain self-knowledge, which is a foundation for growth. Instead of wishing circumstances were different, you can ask yourself, how can I act well in this moment? How can I use what I have to meet this challenge? This shift in perspective turns difficulties into opportunities to practice courage, discipline, and wisdom. The very presence of a challenge signals an opportunity for mastery over your mind, emotions, and actions. Thinking of challenges as gifts also changes your relationship with fear and discomfort. Most struggles are temporary, and their intensity often fades over time. Yet, if you resist them, the experience feels longer, heavier, and more painful. By reframing challenges as opportunities to improve and learn, you reduce unnecessary suffering. Each difficulty becomes a chance to train your patience, to strengthen your endurance, and to cultivate resilience. You begin to see that even failure carries value, as it teaches lessons that success alone cannot provide. This approach encourages proactive thinking. When you anticipate that life will include obstacles, you are less likely to be caught off guard. Each morning, when you reflect on the possibility of challenges, you prepare your mind to act rather than react. You imagine the types of difficulties you might face and consider how you could meet them with calmness, focus, and reason. This mental rehearsal strengthens your ability to respond effectively when challenges do arise. You cultivate a sense of readiness that reduces anxiety and increases confidence. Finally, viewing challenges as gifts fosters gratitude in an unexpected way. Even hardship can be appreciated because it contributes to your growth and understanding. Life is not simply about comfort or ease, it is about the development of character. By recognizing the hidden benefits in struggles, you begin to see the world more fully, without the distortion of constant desire or fear. Each morning, this mindset allows you to start the day with clarity, resilience, and an awareness that whatever comes, you are capable of handling it. When the day begins, the mind often moves quickly. Thoughts rush in, plans form, worries appear, and attention is pulled in many directions. In the middle of this movement, a simple practice can bring calm and balance. Starting the morning with a quiet, "Thank you." This is not about saying words out of habit or expecting something in return. It is about recognizing life as it is and responding with appreciation. A sincere, "Thank you," spoken silently or aloud, centers the mind and reminds you that existence itself is worth acknowledging. It grounds you in the present moment, before the noise of the day takes over. Saying a simple, "Thank you," does not require perfect circumstances. You do not need to feel happy or successful. You only need to notice what is already here. Thank life for the chance to wake up, to breathe, to think, to move. These basic facts are easy to overlook because they are constant, yet they are the foundation of everything else. When you begin your morning with this recognition, you shift your attention away from complaints and expectations. You train the mind to see reality clearly rather than through the lens of dissatisfaction. This practice also teaches humility. When you say, "Thank you," you acknowledge that not everything in life is under your control. You recognize that many things you rely on exist beyond your efforts. Your body works without you commanding it. The sun rises without your permission. People enter your life in ways you cannot fully plan. Gratitude softens the ego and reduces the belief that you are owed comfort or success. This humility brings peace because it removes the burden of constant entitlement and frustration. A simple, "Thank you," can also act as a mental reset. If you wake up feeling anxious, tired, or overwhelmed, gratitude interrupts the negative cycle of thought. It does not erase difficulty, but it creates space between you and your emotions. By acknowledging something good, even something small, you prevent the mind from spiraling into worry or resentment. This moment of pause allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting automatically. Over time, this practice strengthens emotional discipline and mental clarity. Gratitude in the morning also influences how you interact with others. When you begin the day with appreciation, you are more patient, more understanding, and less defensive. You are less likely to take things personally or act out of irritation. This is because gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. When the mind feels full rather than empty, it becomes easier to treat others with respect and kindness. This does not mean ignoring faults or avoiding responsibility. It means approaching situations with balance rather than hostility. The simplicity of this practice is what makes it powerful. You do not need a long ritual or special conditions. A single sentence, a brief acknowledgement, is enough to set the tone for the day. Over time, this habit reshapes the way you see the world. You begin to notice more moments worth appreciating. You become aware of how often life supports you quietly, without demand or recognition. This awareness strengthens inner stability and reduces dependence on external approval or constant success. Starting the day with a simple "thank you" trains the mind to accept reality with calm and openness. It reminds you that while you cannot control everything that happens, you can control how you meet each moment. This small act of gratitude becomes a steady anchor, helping you remain grounded as the day unfolds, regardless of what it brings. The people in your life shape your days more than you often realize. Each morning, taking time to appreciate them brings balance and clarity to the mind. This practice is not about idealizing others or ignoring their flaws, but about recognizing the role they play in your life. No one lives entirely alone. Every conversation, every shared effort, every small act of support contributes to who you are and how you move through the world. When you consciously appreciate the people around you, you begin the day grounded in connection rather than isolation. Appreciation starts with those closest to you. Family members, friends, or partners may be a constant presence, and because of that, their value is often overlooked. Familiarity can dull awareness. Each morning is an opportunity to remember that these people are not permanent fixtures. Their time, energy, and care are not guaranteed. Reflecting on this does not create fear, but respect. It reminds you to treat them with patience and attention, knowing that every interaction matters. This practice also extends beyond close relationships. Think of coworkers, neighbors, teachers, or strangers who make your life easier in small ways. Someone prepared your food, built the roads you travel, designed the tools you use. Many people contribute to your daily life without ever being noticed. Acknowledging this network of effort builds humility and gratitude. It shifts your perspective from self-centered thinking to an awareness of shared human effort. You begin to see life not as a solo struggle, but as a collective experience. Appreciating others also helps reduce frustration and resentment. When conflicts arise, the mind often focuses only on what others do wrong. Morning reflection allows you to balance this view. You can recognize that people act based on their own struggles, fears, and limitations. This understanding does not excuse harmful behavior, but it softens anger and allows reason to guide your response. When you remember the good others bring into your life, you approach challenges with fairness instead of hostility. There is also value in appreciating people who challenge you. Difficult individuals test your patience, self-control, and judgment. While they may cause discomfort, they also offer opportunities to practice calmness and discipline. Each morning, you can prepare your mind by acknowledging that these people exist and that they serve a purpose in strengthening your character. By seeing them this way, you reduce emotional reactions and increase inner control. Appreciation of others strengthens responsibility as well. When you recognize the effort and care others give, you become more mindful of your own actions. You begin to ask yourself how you contribute to the lives of those around you. This reflection encourages honesty, kindness, and reliability. It reminds you that your behavior affects others, just as theirs affects you. This awareness leads to more thoughtful choices throughout the day. Beginning the day with appreciation for people also nurtures gratitude for time itself. Each interaction is temporary. Conversations end, relationships change, and circumstances shift. Remembering this each morning encourages presence. You listen more carefully, speak more thoughtfully, and act with intention. Instead of rushing through interactions, you value them as moments that cannot be repeated. This mindset reduces regret and deepens connection. By appreciating the people in your life each morning, you align your thoughts with reality. You recognize dependence without weakness and connection without attachment. This practice creates balance, reminding you that strength does not come from isolation, but from understanding your place among others. It prepares you to move through the day with patience, respect, and quiet gratitude for those who share the path with you. Muck of life is made up of small, ordinary moments. These moments often pass unnoticed because the mind is trained to search for excitement, achievement, or change. Yet it is within the ordinary that life truly happens. Each morning offers an opportunity to notice these simple experiences and recognize their value. When you learn to appreciate the ordinary, You free yourself from the constant need for more and begin to find calm in what is already present. This practice brings balance to the mind and steadiness to daily life. The ordinary includes things you encounter every day: the feeling of the floor beneath your feet, the taste of water in the morning, the quiet before the day fully begins. These moments are easy to ignore because they are familiar. Familiarity often creates blindness. By deliberately paying attention to these small details, you train your awareness to stay grounded in the present moment. This awareness reduces restlessness and helps the mind settle. Appreciating the ordinary also changes how you experience time. When you rush through daily routines, days blend together and feel empty. But when you notice simple actions, time feels fuller and more meaningful. Brushing your teeth, walking to work, preparing a meal. These are not obstacles to life, they are life. By recognizing their value, you transform routine into purpose. This perspective allows you to live fully without waiting for special occasions or major achievements. This practice is especially important during difficult periods. When challenges arise, it is easy to believe that life is only struggle. Ordinary moments provide balance during these times. A quiet breath, a brief moment of rest, or a small comfort can remind you that not everything is difficult. These moments do not erase hardship, but they provide stability. They offer small anchors that keep the mind from being overwhelmed by fear or frustration. Noticing the ordinary also helps reduce envy and comparison. When the mind is constantly focused on what others have or what the future promises, dissatisfaction grows. Appreciation of simple moments redirects attention away from external validation. You no longer measure life by status or success, but by presence and awareness. This shift fosters contentment and reduces unnecessary desire. This practice strengthens discipline and patience. Ordinary moments often require repetition and consistency. By valuing them, you develop respect for effort and persistence. You begin to understand that growth does not happen only in dramatic leaps, but through small, repeated actions. Each ordinary task becomes an opportunity to practice care, attention, and responsibility. This mindset builds inner strength and resilience over time. The ordinary also connects you to reality. Life is not a constant series of highlights. It is made up of quiet moments, pauses, and simple experiences. Accepting this truth reduces disappointment and frustration. When you stop expecting every day to be extraordinary, you allow yourself to experience peace in simplicity. This acceptance brings freedom from unrealistic expectations. By beginning each morning with an intention to notice the ordinary, you train your mind to value what is real rather than what is imagined. You learn to see beauty in simplicity and meaning in repetition. This practice grounds you in the present and prepares you to meet the day with clarity and calm, finding richness not in excess, but in awareness. Writing down what you are grateful for each morning is a simple act, but its effect on the mind is deep and lasting. Thoughts are often unclear and scattered when they remain only in the mind. Writing gives them form and weight. When you put gratitude on paper, you make it visible and concrete. This practice slows your thinking and creates a moment of stillness before the demands of the day begin. It helps you move from distraction to focus, from noise to clarity. When you write down 3 things you are grateful for, you are training your attention. The mind naturally searches for problems, threats, and dissatisfaction. This habit once helped survival, but in daily life it often leads to stress and restlessness. Writing gratitude gently redirects this tendency. You are not denying difficulties, you are choosing where to place your attention. Each morning, this choice strengthens awareness and self-control. The act of writing also encourages honesty. When you are faced with a blank page, exaggeration feels unnecessary. Gratitude becomes personal and specific. You might write about something small, like a quiet moment, or something significant, like a relationship or an opportunity. What matters is sincerity, not importance. Over time, you begin to notice that meaningful gratitude often comes from simple things rather than dramatic events. This practice builds consistency and discipline. Writing every morning requires commitment, even on days when motivation is low. By showing up daily, you strengthen your ability to act according to intention rather than emotion. This discipline carries into other areas of life. You become more reliable, more patient, and more capable of steady effort. Gratitude becomes not just a feeling, but a habit rooted in action. Writing gratitude also creates perspective. When challenges arise, you can look back at what you have written and see patterns of support and stability in your life. This reminds you that hardship is only one part of your experience, not the whole of it. The written record becomes a quiet reminder of balance, helping you avoid exaggerating problems or losing sight of what is good. This practice deepens self-awareness. As you write regularly, you begin to notice what you value most. Your gratitude reveals your priorities. You may see that you often write about time, health, relationships, or moments of peace. This awareness helps guide your choices throughout the day. You become more intentional with how you spend your energy and attention, aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. Writing also slows the pace of the morning. In a world that pushes speed and constant stimulation, this pause is valuable. It allows you to begin the day with thoughtfulness rather than urgency. The simple act of holding a pen or typing with intention creates a sense of presence. You are no longer rushing into the day. You are stepping into it with awareness. By writing down 3 things you are grateful for each morning, you create a quiet foundation for the day. You shape your mindset through action, reinforcing calm, clarity, and appreciation. This practice strengthens the mind, steadies emotions, and helps you face whatever comes with balance and purpose. Living today with purpose begins with understanding that time is limited and not guaranteed. Each morning is not simply the start of another routine, but an opportunity to act with intention. When you remember this, your actions gain weight and meaning. Purpose does not require grand plans or dramatic achievements. It is found in choosing to act well in each moment, regardless of the situation. By deciding to live today with purpose, you take responsibility for how you think, speak, and behave. Purpose starts with clarity about what is within your control. You cannot control outcomes, other people, or unexpected events, but you can control your choices and responses. Each morning, reminding yourself of this truth frees you from unnecessary worry. Instead of trying to manage everything, you focus on doing your part with care and discipline. This focus brings calm and reduces frustration, allowing you to direct your energy toward what truly matters. Living with purpose also means aligning your actions with your values. Honesty, patience, courage, and fairness are not abstract ideas. They are expressed through daily behavior. Each decision, no matter how small, is a chance to practice these qualities. When you choose to act according to your values, you strengthen your character. This consistency builds inner confidence, because your sense of worth no longer depends on external approval or success. Purposeful living encourages mindfulness in daily tasks. Whether you are working, speaking with someone, or resting, you bring attention to what you are doing. This attention transforms ordinary actions into meaningful ones. You are no longer rushing through the day on autopilot. You become present, aware, and deliberate. This presence improves the quality of your actions and reduces mistakes caused by distraction or impatience. Living today with purpose also changes how you respond to difficulties. Challenges are no longer interruptions to life, but part of it. When problems arise, you ask how you can respond with integrity rather than frustration. This approach strengthens resilience and keeps the mind steady. You learn to see obstacles as chances to practice self-control and wisdom, rather than as reasons to give up or complain. Purpose also shapes how you use your time. When you are clear about what matters, you are less likely to waste energy on distractions or empty pursuits. This does not mean eliminating rest or enjoyment, but choosing them intentionally. You rest to recover, not to escape. You enjoy simple pleasures without excess or dependence. This balance protects your mental and emotional well-being. Living with purpose deepens your sense of responsibility toward others. You recognize that your actions affect more than just yourself. Each interaction becomes an opportunity to act with respect and fairness. You listen more carefully, speak more thoughtfully, and act with consideration. This awareness strengthens relationships and builds trust over time. By committing each morning to live today with purpose, you bring order to your thoughts and actions. You accept the limits of control while fully embracing responsibility for your choices. This mindset creates stability and direction, allowing you to move through the day with clarity, discipline, and quiet determination,